If you're over 60 and stay active, this belief could put you at risk. Many people think staying fit protects them from heart attacks. It doesn't, not on its own. That's why some people feel perfectly well and still have a heart attack. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to tell if you're truly low risk or just feeling fine. I'm Dr. Deepa. I spent over 30 years in medicine and I want to keep this calm, clear and practical. Let's start with what most people misunderstand. Heart disease is usually silent for years, sometimes decades. You can feel fine, you can walk every day, you can breathe easily and still have plaque quietly building inside your arteries. That means how you feel is a poor early warning system. So here's the real question. If you don't feel it, how does a heart attack suddenly happen? And in a minute, I'll explain the exact sudden moment that causes it. Most people imagine an artery like a pipe that slowly clogs up until one day it's fully blocked. That does happen sometimes, but most heart attacks don't happen that way. Instead, plaque builds quietly. Then, one day, it cracks. When that happens, the body reacts fast. It treats that crack like an injury. A blood clot forms. If the clot blocks blood flow, that's the heart attack. That's why people say he was fine yesterday, because he was, until that moment. And here's the part people miss. The plaque that cracks is often not the biggest blockage, which means even people who stay active can still be at risk. So the next question becomes, why does this sometimes happen during a walk or light activity? Physical activity raises heart rate and blood pressure. That's normal and that's healthy. But if plaque is already unstable, that temporary rise can be enough to trigger a crack. That does not mean walking is dangerous. It means the problem was already there. And if you're thinking, okay, so how do I know if I have plaque? Good, that's the right question. Because prevention is not about guessing. It's about checking the right things early. Now, here's something I hear all the time. But Dr. Deepa, I had a checkup. My doctor said everything was normal. This matters because normal is a routine visit and often means nothing urgent was found today. It does not always mean low long-term risk. Routine visits often focus on symptoms. Heart disease develops before symptoms appear. So you can be reassured and still be at risk, which brings up the real issue. What should a good checkup actually include for us, those 60 plus? Let me walk you through it. A good checkup isn't one number. It's a pattern. Blood pressure over time, cholesterol trends, blood sugar creeping up slowly, weight and waist over time, family history. Because your risk doesn't usually jump overnight. It drifts. And drift is sneaky. It feels like nothing until it isn't. This is also where cholesterol causes confusion. If you've watched my video on high cholesterol, you'll recognize this. I'll link this video if you didn't see it. Cholesterol isn't just about what you eat. It's about how your body handles fats over decades. Plaque builds quietly, long before pain, breathlessness, or warning signs. So the goal isn't perfect numbers. The goal is knowing your numbers and managing your risk on purpose. Now, let's address the belief directly. Can healthy-looking people still have heart attacks? Yes, because risk isn't just about fitness. It's about what's happening under the surface. You don't feel high cholesterol, you don't feel rising blood pressure, you don't feel early diabetes, you don't feel inflammation, but those things change the odds. And this is why two people can look the same on the outside and have completely different risks on the inside. So before we get to the practical checklist, you need one clear definition. Feeling well does not equal low risk. Low risk when you are in your 60s or beyond means your numbers are known, your risks are managed, and nothing important is being ignored. That's a very different definition from I feel fine. Now, to make this usable, I'm going to give you two things. First, the core 5 checks that matter most. Second, what to ask your doctor so you don't leave with a vague all good. If you're over 60, these are the basics that matter most. Number 1, know your blood pressure, not once, but as a pattern. If you only check it when you feel stressed, you'll get a misleading story. Check it calmly, at home, a few times a week for 2 weeks. Then look at the average. I actually have a few videos on this, so please watch them if you haven't already. I'll link them below. Number 2. Know your cholesterol numbers, especially LDL. If LDL is high, plaque risk increases over time. That doesn't mean panic, it means a plan. Number 3, pay attention to blood sugar, even borderline levels. Borderline isn't fine, it's an early warning light. Not a siren, a warning light. Number 4, stay active, but don't rely on fitness alone as protection. Walking, strength training, and good sleep lower risk, but they don't erase plaque that's already there. Number 5, have regular check-ins with your doctor, not because something feels wrong, but because prevention works best before symptoms. If you want help keeping this straight, I've put a simple 1-page checklist below. Just the numbers to know and the right questions to ask. If this is making sense so far, a quick like really helps. It tells YouTube that this calm, sensible health information is worth showing to more people. Now, here's the part that makes checkups actually useful. Ask these 3 questions. Question 1. Based on my numbers, am I low risk? Or managed risk. Managed risk is not failure, it's adulthood. It means you know the score and you're playing the right game. Question 2. What's the one number you want improved in the next 3 months? Not 10 things, one thing, because focus beats panic. Question 3. Do I need any further testing based on my risk, or am I done for now? Sometimes the answer really is, you're done for now. That's great. But sometimes if the risk is higher, you may need more information. And it's better to find out calmly than find out suddenly. One more thing before we finish. If you've ever thought, I definitely know if something was wrong, please be careful with that assumption. Especially after the 60s, symptoms can be subtle. Unusual fatigue, shortness of breath, indigestion-like discomfort, jaw, back or arm discomfort, or just feeling not right for no clear reason. Those quiet signs are often ignored, and that's where delays happen. Let me leave you with this. Staying fit is one of the best things you can do for your heart, but fitness is not a shield. It's one piece of the puzzle. Real protection comes from knowing what's happening inside and acting early. In this video, I'll show you the most common heart attack warning signs people ignore. Not dramatic ones, the quiet, easy to miss ones. That's where prevention really starts. And if you want steady, sensible health guidance after 60, consider subscribing. No scare tactics, no miracle cures, just real medicine explained clearly. See you next week.